Yeah, I always get nervous. It doesn't matter what. I'm always nervous that like something's gonna go
Boom.
wrong.
That's there.
Yay! We did
Yeah,
it.
I see us on the stream.
we are here.
I'm muting it now.
Yes.
Hello, good morning. It is 9 a.m. in Phoenix, Arizona, where I'm hosting. I'm not hosting, I'm running the game. Dora's hosting from somewhere else,
Yep, that's from Atlanta.
from Atlanta, which is a different place.
Yep.
Mhm.
Time to fucking wrestle. Alright, let me find this document.
I'm gonna link it to you.
I got it, I got it.
I was very upset with Brian last night
Oh,
because
did he go off book?
he just completely ignored the intro I wrote. I was very cross with him.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. Hello and welcome back to the Follow the Leader and Room Where It Happened joint charity live stream supporting the charity Mermaids UK. I'm Zachary, your host for this session, and my pronouns are he, him. Playing with me today, we have Amber,
Hi, I'm Amber. You can find me on the Twitters at Robertson underscore Malie, where you will see pictures of cats.
hell yeah, Anya,
Hi, I'm Anya. You can find me on Twitter at AKA Anya, and my pronouns are they, them.
fantastic, and Dora.
Hi, I'm Dora. You can find me on Twitter at HarpyDora, and my pronouns are also they, them.
Yes. You can find me on Twitter at ObfuscatingGod. I didn't say that at the top. That's fine. For this session, we are playing Spirit of 77 by Dave Kizia and Bob Richardson. For those of you who are new to this game, here are the basics. Put the pedal to the metal and drop the hammer. We got places to go, ammo to use, and buckets of fuel to burn. This isn't a game about exploring deep personal relationships between characters. It's about fast-drawing gangsters leading angry cops in a non-stop high-speed chase through rain-slick city streets, swaggering away from explosions in slow motion, and striking a cool pose while delivering an awesome one-liner at just the right time. Our lines, which are things we absolutely do not want to see, are homophobia and transphobia, racism, sexism, violence against children and animals, sexual assault, domestic violence for intimate partner violence, and unwanted pregnancy. Our veils, which are things we are fine with addressing but will just fade to black on, are steamy situations, graphic descriptions of bodily harm, and terminal illness. Now that we've got all that, let's get started. So, we are playing the Spirit of 77, which is a very cool high action game. And before we get into it, I do want to just read our agendas for the game. My agenda as the DJ, I am the AM radio DJ. That's the name of the GM in this system. Is to make the world of Speed of 77 seem real, to fill the characters' lives with action, to play to find out what happens, to make it worth it, and to stick it to the man. As players, your agenda includes active participation. The world of 77 is filled with kung fu fighting schoolmistress nun, bionic glam rockers, and fast-driving race car drivers who keep pet chimpanzees in their passenger seat. You owe it to yourself to explore this high-octane world using your character's motivations and goals as a basis for action. Things only get done when you actively do them, so always try to participate in every scene. It's good advice. Go big or go home. So, when faced with the choice of behind the scenes feint and slight reward but low risk versus bold what the hell actions that could fail spectacularly but would be amazing if they work out, go for the gusto. If you fail, you get XP. If you succeed, you're a big damn hero. And to share the mic, which is basically just make sure everyone gets the spotlight, which is a very good agenda to have. And of course, the final agenda, as always, is to stick it to the man. Today, we are playing Spirit of 77. You might be able to tell from our overlay that we have a particular theme in this game, which is wrestling. You are all members of the League of Appalachian Wrestlers, which is a independent wrestling promotion that works throughout the Appalachians. And tonight you're in Knoxville, Tennessee, or actually this morning. Before we get into that, let's talk about our characters. Let's go down the line according to the doc that we have that none of you can see, but we can.
Okay, so that means I go first.
That means you go first.
Okay, woo, first. So I am playing Mr. Rocklace. He, him pronouns. He is a buff, glorious-haired, mighty man with a passion for flexing and going to the extreme. He has the glam story. Role is Honeypot. He's he's a very pretty man. He wears the vintage, like, stereotypical glam metal threads. He's got a very curvy face and that chin, yo. Long flowing blonde locks with a killer headband to keep it out of his face. He's got very magnetic eyes. Stats are, I have a +1 to might, -1 to hustle, +3 to smooth, -1 to brains, +2 to soul. What else? Let me scroll down here.
You can say your buzz if you want to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Buzz is thrills. Life is one big thrill ride. Gain experience in any session where you do something just to see if you can succeed.
Hell yeah.
My thing is fame. Something you've done has made you famous to some small degree. And I won't read the rest of that just because it's a long.
Yeah, you get a move about leveraging your fame.
Right.
Yeah, very very cool. Fantastic. That is Mr. Rocklace. It's both syllables are pronounced. Yes.
Wait, what? Sorry, my brain. I zoned out.
Both syllables are pronounced. Rock. It's Rocklace.
Yes.
Cool. Copy that. And next down the line, we got another person.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I'm playing Spirit. She, her pronouns. She is the story Humble Beginnings. And I've taken 2 moves from that. That basically mean that one is like I'm get extra when I help civilians, and I get to like resist hits a little bit better. My role is the tough guy. My style, basically, I have styled this character after Lori from That 70s Show, but also Kill Bill. So just go with that. Like, fluffy blonde hair, blonde bombshell kind of thing will kick your ass.
Very cool.
I've got 2 in might, 1 in hustle, 1 in smooth, 2 in brains, and 0 in soul.
Not so much for the soul, huh?
No, not so much for the soul. My buzz is justice. Not only does crime pay, it pays too well. Criminals get away with too much, and your goal is to stop them. Gain experience in any session where you cause a criminal to get what they deserve. My thing is a skilled doc on call. My sister is a doctor and will always patch me up for free.
Nice.
My moves, hardcore, all tough guys start with +1 might, so that's already incorporated. 1 at a time or all at once. When I'm confronted by overwhelming forces, such as a gang, I count as a gang, with armor equal to your normal armor rating. Always armed and dangerous. In my hands, anything becomes a deadly weapon. So I can pick up a nearby object and wield it as a weapon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, do we need gear or hooks?
Nah, we should talk about the hooks once we're all done, but let's introduce our characters first.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, that is Jenny Spirit Anderson. And then our last combatant for this adventure.
I'm playing essentially a cryptid known as the Hippie. I also have another stage name of Diamanda Drake, but that's sort of like a secret identity, so most people don't know that. My story is ex-con, and my role is the rocker. My clothes... Oh, and my pronouns are they, them, sorry. My clothing styles are vintage clothes, but when I'm in my alternate identity, I wear black leather. My face is average Joe. My hair is usually long hair, but I have a mullet wig that I wear as Diamanda. My build is lean and my eyes are foggy. I have 0 in might, 1 in hustle, 2 in smooth. No, 1 in hustle, 2 in smooth, 1 in brains, and 2 in soul. My buzz is the truth. The streets are full of secrets, and you know just where to find them. Gain experience in any session where you uncover something about the world and reveal it to others. And my thing is a signature weapon, which is a guitar that can double as a melee weapon.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so we got the hippie, we got Jenny, we got Mr. Rocklace. And you all work for the League of Appalachian Wrestling, which is the greatest little wrestling promotion on this little country. And you all know each other, obviously. What are the hooks that you have with each other? Just start back over.
All right. So for my hooks, if I can find it, there we go. How do you say your name again, Dora?
Just call me the Hippie.
Okay. So the hippie knows a secret I don't want to get out. And then my other hook is, despite what I do, spirit makes me feel like myself, not my image.
Very cool.
Yeah, so spirits, hooks. The hippie has potential to be something better. I'm going to make that happen. And Mr. Rocklace and I grew up together.
Awesome.
For my hooks, Mr. Rocklace has has some connections I need to meet, in reference to his fame. And I can always trust Spirit to tell me the truth.
Very cool. And so, hooks are basically bonds. You roll them to help each other out, which is nice. And when you roll them, you roll the number of hooks between two characters. So for all of you, it'll end up being +2
Okay.
because you each
Nice.
have one for the other. That may or may not be the rule, but it's what I'm using.
Hell yeah.
That's okay.
Hell yeah. So it is a sunny August morning in Knoxville, Tennessee, and all across the county, fans are waiting with bated breath for the night's event. The League of Appalachian Wrestling's Marble City Slam Fest, circuit's biggest wrestling event, where each year the promotion opens up its doors to all comers for the main event. A free-for-all that puts the league's prized World Championship belt on the line. It is the morning of Friday the 12th, 1977. You are all in or around the Stokely Athletic Center on the campus of the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. And what are you doing? What's the morning bring as we see our heroes for the first time?
I think it's safe to say that I'm at the gym.
Hell yeah.
I love me some training.
Are you just in the campus like there's just got like a weightlifting gymnasium in the campus where you're working out next to college students?
Yeah, so like the university actually has like a pool and stuff, so I think it's in the same building as the pool.
Sick.
There's just like a workout center. I don't actually know what else is in there because I haven't been in there despite being a student. Whoops.
This is the 70s anyway. Probably different than what they
That's
have
true.
now. So yeah, they got free weights. They got all the machines. Bowflex doesn't exist yet, so they got the real stuff.
Hmm.
Do you, when you're working out, when you're not in the ring, you still got? Wait, no, I was thinking about Rocklace. Sorry, I was going to ask Rocklace if he has his headband on, but you are not him.
No.
What do you work out in? Because you probably not high-waisted green corduroy bell bottoms.
No, that's my street attire. My workout, I think, uh, so she kind of goes between two different workouts. One is she wears her ring attire to try to like get used to doing moves in her ring attire. Like she doesn't want to go to try something for the first time in the ring. Um, but on more casual days like today, she's just in like short athletic shorts, like little booty shorts, and
Classic.
tank top. Yeah, like classic workout gear. If you think of someone at the gym, make it 70s.
For sure. Yeah, so working out,
Yeah.
hardcore, getting a good sweat on. And the promoter, the general manager and MC of the League of Appalachian Wrestling, the Law as it's called, what is his name? Mad Jack Torrance. Has like been like, yeah, you should definitely be like going out there and talking to people and making sure that they all know that it's going to be a great show tonight. And so that's totally cool that you're out here working out, working up a sweat, doing stuff. As you are working out, once you get through your morning warm ups, another member of the Law does show up. She pokes her head in. Her name is Freya Ferocious.
Oh.
But she is in her just street clothes, so she doesn't have the face paint or the wolf pelt. And she says, "Hey, Jenny, something's going on on stage. You should go talk to Jack." And then she
Oh.
runs away.
Jenny just like, is this a bit? Do I need to be wearing okay.
Yeah, and so I imagine you head along to the Stokely Center to see what's up.
Yeah, in her fucking just what she was working out in, like, well, I guess they would have told me if this was something I needed to be in costume for.
For sure. All right. So as Jenny Anderson heads in, let's switch our camera to someone else. I'll just decide. Mr. Rocklace, what are you doing this morning?
All right, so I feel like Mr. Rocklace is just like hanging out at like it's at the gym too, but instead of working out, he's just flexing in front of a mirror.
Incredible.
Wow.
Blonde Adonis,
Yes.
Jesus.
showing off. You got a gaggle of fans who are like, "Wow, your muscles are so strong."
Not you, just your muscles.
You're so strong. Oh my god. That's
Yes.
so crazy. You're such a cool looking dude. Yeah, lots of fawning. You are the honeypot. You have a very high smooth. So you're just lapping up the praise. There's like a handful of college students. You've been here for you got in yesterday morning to start the show setup. So you've probably built up a bit of a rapport because you just like to talk to people, I imagine.
Yeah. Like talking about like promoting the whole like I'm losing my words.
The Slam Fest.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Promoting the Slam Fest. Talking about like how it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in my outfit.
Are you gonna be at the free for all?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! You gonna take that belt from Sam Shelby?
I'll totally take that belt.
Oh my god, it's gonna be great. And as people are talking about all the ways you're gonna take the belt from Sam Shelby, Sam Shelby steps into the gym. Sam is a tall gentleman with black hair. He is called the Man in Black Trunks. He because he kind of looks like Johnny Cash, except 6'5" and ripped. And he goes, he puts a hand on your shoulder and like leans in and says, "Hey Randy, there's some stuff going on in the gym. I think Jack wants to talk to you."
All right. I guess Mr. Rocklace I'll do like a final flex and be like, "Ladies," and then head that way.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's like a couple. There's like one student in particular you've been talking to. Her name is Felicity Vermillion. She got bright red hair, and she is very into it. She's a journalist student. And Sam's like, "Yeah, all right." And he pats you on the shoulder and heads out. He's just wearing like jeans and work boots and a flannel shirt. And he walks away as you head into the Stokely Athletic Center. Hippie,
So
what are you doing this morning? This early 9 a.m. Friday, the 12th of August, 1977.
So I feel like I'm out on the quad. I've got my trusty guitar with me. I'm probably sitting for the amusement of Jade. I'm sitting crisscross applesauce under a tree, just plucking away at the strings. I think it's probably too early to have a spliff lit. So
Is it ever?
you're right.
guess
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So I've got a little spliff that I'm toking on in between. Like, they're not exactly songs. It's mostly just like aimlessly picking scales on the guitar.
Bum 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 bum. You're still grooving to it. You're feeling the universe, the flow, the flow of space and time.
Yeah, and I am in my ring gear. I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
what'd you say, Anya?
The most exciting part of being a musician, the scales.
Yeah. Yeah, I am in my ring gear because that's basically what I wear all the time anyway. Everybody just assumes my gimmick is just who I am, so.
Which, of course, is the truth.
Oh, absolutely.
We're not anyone else.
Very cool. Yeah, it is the 70s. Kayfabe is law. You got to make sure that people know that you are who you are. Cool. You are chilling under an apple tree, and when you hear like a kind of polite cough behind you,
I look up. I've probably got like those round sunglasses, like the round flower child sunglasses, and I kind of like hook them down on my nose and look up over them.
and you see another wrestler from the law, a man named Big Brickwall. Big is the nickname, Brickwall is his name, and he's like another like just huge redhead guy, also just in his street clothes, and he's like, "Hey hippie, boss wants to talk to you. I think there's something weird going on in the center."
Hey, big man, that's a real bummer.
Yeah, it's a real
Alright.
bummer. It's a real bummer, hippie. I'm worried. I'm worried about the show tonight.
Aw, don't be worried, big man. It's gonna be okay. Here, have a little something for your nerves. And they hand Big the spliff that they had while they get up and take their guitar and head toward the
You
Stokely
leave
Center.
him just standing next to a tree with a blunt.
It's not a blunt.
A spliff. I don't know the.
Okay, so a blunt.
You're
God.
shocking me right now.
A spliff is like, it's my understanding a spliff is like one of the small ones, and a blunt specifically is like like a
big one?
hollowed out cigar. So a blunt is
see.
huge.
I'm learning. I came to teach, but in fact, I learned.
Thank you, Austin.
Fantastic. So yeah,
I would like to interrupt before we all reconvene. This is a charity stream. So
Right.
we're supporting the charity Mermaids UK, a really great charity that helps support trans and gender nonconforming youth and their families in the UK. And our donation incentives for this session, we're still carrying over the £20 incentive. If you donate £20 and you send a DM to Brian at RoomwarePod on Twitter, he'll write you a song, like an original piece of music. I don't think he sings, and I'm pretty sure we don't want him to.
He does not sing, no.
Sorry, Brian. I love you if you're watching this on VOD.
Tell you this. I'll tell you this. If we're doing stuff that we can fulfill on later, 15 quid, and I will record a 30-second voicemail for you.
Nice. You do have a very good voice for it.
This is your end of the stream exclusive donation offer.
Yeah.
This has not been the case throughout the rest of the thing.
I'll do it as a character. I'll go fuck. Even if the character's from a show that's no longer on. Do you want me to talk as fucking Charlie Axel? I'll do it.
For this session specifically, if you donate 5 quid and you put in the comments who you want to give it to, you can make somebody roll, quote unquote, with something extra, which is rolling with advantage in this system, or the opposite of it, which I'm too lazy to go into the book and look up how they put it, where you make them roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So it's advantage, disadvantage. So you roll 3d6 and take the highest or the lowest depending on what you're doing.
Yeah. So
and Jade also just matched Zach's offer, so you could pick if you want Zach or Jade to do a voicemail for you, the 30-second voicemail at the $15 price for our last stream.
15 pounds.
Or pound, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So get to it. Tell your friends. Raise some money for charity. We want to help these kids in the UK and abroad. All right. So those are our incentives. Someone can probably drop them in chat as well to just keep them in circulation.
Yep. Jade also has given a little something extra for Mr. Rocklace, Amber.
Hell yeah! So you get So you can next time you roll whatever rolls you make, you can roll something extra.
Sweet.
All right, let's get into it. You all arrive at the I think it's the William B. Stokely Athletic Center in beautiful Knoxville, Texas. It is let me actually check. It is 12,700 seats of pure awesome. The ring is set up. The decorations are still being finalized. You see some techs up in the scaffolding, setting up the lights and stuff. And you see Mad Jack Torrance standing at the edge of the ring, looking pensive. And as you approach, you see why. In the center of the League of Appalachian Wrestling ring, in the center of the Stokely Center's auditorium, lies a strange mass of felt and fabric. What looks like an empty lion mascot costume lies sliced to pieces in the center of the ring with a strange red liquid seeping out of the mascot head.
Bummer,
What do you do?
man.
Yeah.
Bummer. She's gonna go over there and check on the Yeah, Spirit's gonna run over there.
All right. What are you doing, Spirit?
Checking on the mascot. Is there a person, or is it just the head?
There's the full mascot costume, but it does seem to be empty.
Okay.
But if you want to look further, I think this is what is the thing? You're scoping out a scene, so you're gonna roll plus brains.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like she's calmed down a little, seeing it's empty, and will look a little bit further, maybe with a little bit more concentration.
Let's say the body, the body costume is empty, but the head, the mascot head, is leaking some strange red fluid.
Yeah. So, do we roll 6s in this one?
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus
Okay.
plus your smarts modifier.
I have 2 brains, so I do 2d6 plus
Brains.
2.
Yep.
That's the one. Just type /R into the roll 20.
So it's 11.
That's 11. Hell yeah, you get to ask me 3 questions. You can ask them from the list, but I'll also give you just some basic information.
Okay.
It takes you got to hold your breath a little bit as you reach in to the mascot head. It's kind of weirdly deformed. It's a lion's head, made of felt and cardboard and all other stuff. And it's seeping the strange red fluid. You open it up and you see green rind and black seeds and red meat. It looks like someone put a watermelon in its head and then crushed it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm scrolling through the thing trying to find the list of questions because I'm not sure what page.
Questions are: what's the fastest escape route out of here? Is there anything hidden here? Who's in charge around here? Who's the toughest person in the room? Who's the most vulnerable person in the room? And who knows more than they're letting on?
Well, definitely who knows more than they're letting on.
You could also just ask other questions, but I think because I don't know how useful all of these are.
Yeah, a lot of those aren't like I'm not just gonna beat someone up out of
Yeah,
anger.
those are like active, like hard situation moves.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah, so I mean the last one definitely I want. And then I guess so the main dude, the manager, what is he looking like or doing while I'm over here inspecting this?
He's like
mascot?
kind of fidgeting, kind of looking a little bit concerned. He's like, oh, okay, awesome. All right, y'all are here. Thanks, guys. Hey, this is weird as fuck, right? This is some weird shit that's going down in this ring that we're here in.
Yeah, why was this like this when you got here?
It was like this when I got here this morning, yeah.
Are there
I opened the doors this morning, and it was just sitting here in the middle of the ring.
Can one of my other questions be, are there any security cameras in this building?
This is the 1970s, so no.
Okay.
There might be CCTV, but I don't think that it would have a tape like on it.
Okay. And then my last question would be, yeah, the who here looks like they know more than they're letting on.
You look in the back and you see this like a security guard or a janitor or some sort of custodian who is kind of like in the back, sort of like half behind the stands and kind of like looking like long ways to see like what like he's kind of fidgeting back there like he has something to say.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over to that person if no one's gonna stop me.
Go for it.
Yeah, she'll go over to the janitor.
All right. Yeah, he's a fella in a big set of coveralls. Let's say Stokely Center on the back, and on the front it says Fred. And he kind of like jumps as you're coming up. He's like, "Oh, hey, hey, Miss Anderson."
Hey, Fred.
That's me, Freddie Farnsworth. How can I help you?
You're jumpy.
Well, yeah, there's some strange vandalism afoot. That's the sort of thing that make Amy jumpy, right?
Yeah, there is. Did you find this? But you must have been in here early.
Oh, I mean, no, sort of. I
Sorta.
w- yeah, I was, so this is actually, this might just be another move straight after the last one. There's a move called Gifts from the Third Degree, where you can analyze a person's responses while interacting with them.
Okay.
So if you want, you can roll brains again to ask some questions about this guy.
Yeah. Um. Sorry, I have so many tabs. I'm trying to find. There's the roll 20. 2d6 plus 2.
9.
Nine.
All right, you get a question.
Okay. Um. Hold on. Sorry, I'm want to look at what questions they suggest.
Is your character tell the truth? What does your character intend to do? What does your character want me to do? How can I get your character to do blank?
Um. How could I get your character to be more specific about this morning and what he found?
So this guy, Freddie Farnsworth, looks scared.
Okay.
Probably the best way to get him to like come clean would be to assure him that he will not come to harm.
Okay. Okay. Um. Boy, I'm the tough guy, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's probably still really intimidating because she's a big muscly woman, but she'll like kind of put her hand like on his shoulder, but like slowly, so if he backs away she stops, like, hey now, it's okay, this is weird, but it could have been so much worse, right? Like, no one's hurt.
No one's hurt. That's true. That's true. So I didn't find it this morning, but I was here late last night. When everyone left, I was cleaning up after the, your wrestlers. And well, I saw these folks come in late last night. They was dragging that thing in there. They were these big fellers, muscle dog, get out, wearing togas and bags over their heads.
Do we know anyone in the league who wrestles with togas?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like white, robe things. They said some weird words in a language I didn't understand. They sliced up that, thing with a knife, and then they smashed a watermelon in it.
That's a very weird thing to do.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm scared. Those crazy folks.
That's fair. Well, thank you for telling us. We don't have anyone in our promotion that matches that description, but thank you for the information you can provide.
Yeah, sure. That's what I seen. I think I'm gonna go home now.
Fair enough.
All right. He kind of like shrugs away from your hand on his shoulder and kind of like nods and like just kind of shuffles out.
I've got a question.
Uh-huh.
We were all like able to hear that conversation, right?
If you followed Jenny across the way to where Freddy was.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm fine with people like having come.
And looming over him with you?
I mean, or just like y'all can spy.
I think Mr. Rocklace was like staring at the carnage and just like you can see like the steam coming off of his head from where he's trying to think of what's going on.
Oh, honey. Well, regardless of if you came or not, Spirit will come back and like kind of debrief on like what she talked about with the janitor.
Mm-hmm. So, what I'd like to do is I'd like to kind of like plop down on the floor next to the ruined remains of the mascot costume and kind of cradle my guitar in my lap and like do the. Well, I don't want to do that because I think it's kind of racist, so I'm not going to do that. Never mind.
Okay.
So
Good.
I'm gonna
Good
like
instincts.
strum a couple of times on my guitar and like harmonize with my guitar to kind of to free my mind.
And the rest will follow.
Yep.
Cool. Roll soul.
Sorry, I have 15 billion windows open.
Oh, first
Yeah.
before you roll, ask me a question, and then you roll, and then my answer is determined by your roll. But I don't want you to color your question before you know.
I'm trying to kind of like delve the depths of my memory to see if this like does this ping any familiarity like with any sort of like gang initiations or something like that, since I'm an ex-con. I might know something like that, so
You're also just like pulling out the secrets of the universe. That's what free your
Yeah.
mind is.
yeah.
So
But like that's what I'm wanting to know is like is this something I might be familiar with? Is this something that I might have heard of or something like that? And as I'm doing this, like the camera will go all like misty, and like there will be wavy lines of color drifting around the screen as it happens, and that's still the wrong
Thank you.
fucking tab. God damn it! I'm so sorry. I have like 4 different windows open.
no worries.
Ugh.
Yeah, this one requires substantially more tabs than the others.
2d6 plus 2.
That's an 8. So you get. I will answer you. I will give you a truthful but cryptic answer, and it is this. For almost all of recorded history, in some way or another, faithful have sacrificed things to venerate their gods.
I think the hippie like kind of stands up and brushes off their knees, and it's just like, this is some really bad juju, man.
Oh no, that's the last thing we need. See Mad Jack kind of like put his fingers over his temples, trying to rub away a headache. Yes. All right. Don't worry about it. We will clean this up, obviously, and then we're gonna have a good show tonight, and nothing bad is gonna happen because we're gonna be so careful. But just just in case, how about you just keep an eye out for anything weird?
Okay, so like maybe the watermelon in the mascot suit there.
Well, yeah, that's obviously weird, but like other weird things, just keep an eye out for them. And well, hell, we still got 12 hours, or not 12 hours. We got like 8 hours until the show. So why don't y'all go out and do some last minute rabble rousing? Make sure we got a big crowd tonight. Make up for the cleaning costs of getting rid of this watermelon.
cleaning cost of one trash bag.
No, hey, it's gonna
Well,
stay
it
in the
is a
ring. It's gonna stay in the
It's a
ring.
mascot.
There are already
Yeah.
ants gathering.
Yeah, look at all these ants. All these motherfucking ants. Crazy. We have to steam clean this thing before the match tonight.
Wait, does this wrestling league have the mascot, or is it the school's mascot?
The University of Texas Knoxville, I don't think has a lion as a mascot, and it's definitely not the League of Appalachian Wrestling's mascot. You don't know where this thing came from. Though actually, you did roll a 12 on your scope out the scene. So I think the mascot was wearing a costume. Like a name, like a shirt with a name on it that you can piece together. It says Litchfield Lions.
Litchfield.
Ominous.
I don't know if there's a Litchfield in Tennessee.
That's in England.
Oh, there's Lynchburg. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Tennessee's awful. Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe it's the Lynchburg Lions.
There's like 8 Confederate flags on my street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the 70s. But yeah, the Lions. So it's like a nearby but not very nearby like high school has the Lions as a thing.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I'll go back to training unless anyone wants to talk further about, like, I definitely told you everything the janitor said.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want, you could just go about your life, but then we wouldn't be watching a very interesting movie. You know what I mean? But I mean, you could do that. We could hard cut to the night's match, unless you want to do anything during the day.
I think the hippie might like pull Mr. Rocklace and Spirit aside and be like, this is like a sacrificial lamb, man. Like, this was real spiritual.
You don't think it's maybe just schools, like, at rivals with each other?
No, man, I think it's something cosmic.
Something cosmic.
Yeah, I think it was a sacrifice.
Like they're trying to put bad, like, jinx the match or something?
Yeah, man, or I don't know, getting all biblical or something.
What? How do you know this is biblical?
Is there a watermelon in the Bible?
I gotta go reread the Bible.
The hippie just kind of like shrugs. I don't know. It was just a thought, man.
All right. Well,
Maybe. Sorry, go ahead.
do y'all know anyone in togas we can question? Is this a question I'm asking right now?
I was gonna suggest we like go look for these people if we can, and
I mean, yeah, I've got a lot riding on this match, and I don't want it cursed biblically.
I don't
That
want it
seems
cursed at
bad.
all. Biblically, it's pretty bad, but cursed at all seems pretty bad.
Curse it all does seem pretty bad.
All right. Well, I guess we're looking for some. Oh God, we're looking for some frat boys in togas. This won't be difficult on a college campus.
Yeah, so you head out onto the campus of the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. What's your like, where are you headed to scope out the zine and figure things out? This is PBTs. You can just say I'm going to a place, and it probably exists.
I mean, most of us have been around this city pretty well, so we might even be able to use real places.
Possibly. There's also places that aren't real. It's in this because of the way that I made this adventure. But yeah, you can come up with real places too.
We can't go to Cinnaholic. It's the 70s.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It is the 70s.
I think the first thing the hippie would do is they would try to find the local stoner kids to ask them if they know about any frats on the campus.
Hell yeah. Very cool. So, how about you just roll in general? What would the thing be? Plus soul to feel out the space.
Yeah.
To find the people.
Huh.
Ooh, rough.
The mascot killing was just really harsh in my vibes.
It was definitely harsh in your vibes. So you like kind of what you do, hippie, is you close your eyes and just start walking in a direction.
Oh boy.
You're gonna get hit by a car that way.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You're feeling your vibes. You're feeling the flow of the universe. And then all of a sudden, yeah, you hear a car honk and the squealing of brakes. And you like nearly get hit by a car. You're standing in the middle of the street, like a mile away from the campus. In the middle of the street, there's a line of cars behind you honking. People are like, "Hey, get out of the road! What the fuck are you doing?" One New Yorker.
And you're still in your ring gear, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you like look at them, and then you look forward, and you see that you are standing in front of the Knoxville Museum of Ancient History, which does not exist in the real world.
That's a shame. I would probably go there.
Yeah, and you do see it is covered in police tape.
Groovy.
Yeah. And probably at a distance, the spirit and Mr. Rocklace have like been able to tail you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, the hippie has just completely like zoned you out for this whole time, until they come back to themselves.
You come back to us like, what the fuck?
Man, I was just feeling the universe. This is...
Honk, honk.
You almost felt the car inside your head.
A big fucking Cadillac is like revving its engine right next to you.
Do I need to do the move, get out of the way? Or
No, you can just walk to one side of the street or the other side of the street.
Mr. Rocklace is going to try and smooth things over with the driver. Just be like, it's okay. This is my friend.
That's going against like two of my things. Like one is don't hurt civilians, and one is like always armed. And I want to just like pick up a crowbar and like smack the hood of this car. It's like, don't get at us. Can't you see they're like having a crisis?
I'm having a crisis. I gotta get to work.
Mr. Rocklace is gonna give him an autograph.
Meanwhile, like, fucking spirits flipping him off, like, fuck you, as they drive away.
Very cool. Very, very hot and cold experience that this driver's got in this morning.
Like, hey, I got an autograph.
Yeah, and you are on the other side of the street now. You stand before the Knoxville Museum of Ancient History, which is a strange niche museum. It's a museum, but it's like built in on the it's like in the lot that would usually hold like a thrift store.
So, is there anyone actually there, or is there just the police tape?
There's police tape because like one of the windows got smashed open. But yeah, you do see like the curator in there. She's this lady with like very frizzy hair and huge glasses, who is like sitting on a stool near the entrance, with her hand up like a Shakespearean performer, waiting for someone to walk in.
So, I think I'm gonna walk up and ask what's going on.
Hello! Welcome to the Knoxville Museum of Ancient History. My name is Philip Campbell, and I am the curator of this museum. And you see, there's 3 sections. There is ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, and Mesopotamia, and those are the only 3 sections.
Sounds about right.
Spirit is like over in one of the sections, just like poking at one of the artifacts, like, hey, they took us on a field trip here when I was in like high school.
Oh yeah. You do see like there's like one section that has like a single plinth in the center that is empty, and there's police tape around it.
I'm gonna ask the curator, like, what happened? Why the police tape?
Oh, well, the same thing that the police do every time there is a crime, you beautiful man. They took my statement, laughed at my meaning and manner, and left.
Wait, how often does this happen to you?
To me,
Every time they take a statement?
fairly often, yes.
Do you not have security guards? Or
It is as it is said that history belongs to everybody. So
that's
why would I ever think to lock doors? Truth be told, I am dismayed at the destruction wrought by these burglars. Because the door was just open. I don't lock the door.
There's a sign on the door that says, I don't lock the door.
Please don't break things. I don't lock.
But of course, despite history belonging to everyone, there are those who wish to own it for themselves. And thus, she gestures extremely dramatically at the empty plinth.
What
Don't
was
you think-
there?
An ancient gold tablet. The tablet of Heracles. And she like jumps off the thing, and she like starts to like gesture at like other plinths that were surrounding it. You see a pile of steel wool that's been painted gold. You see like just what looks like just the steering wheel of a ship. You see you see a shovel that you would use to muck out a stable. This is our exhibit on the trials of Heracles, the son of Zeus, greatest of the Greek heroes. And the tablet was to hold its crown jewel, an ancient tablet depicting his trials, including some that historians did not know of. But it is gone.
Man, I don't have very good brains, guys. So trying to scope this scene out, I feel like is not something that I should do.
Yeah, Philip is there if you want to ask her any questions. You could also you can just talk to her without having to roll anything.
Yeah.
She seems pretty chill and like willing to talk to you.
While you're talking, I can be looking around because I do have good brains.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, so when did this about what time did this happen?
Well, of course, time is fake and also long. But it had not happened when I left. At the setting of the final sun. And had happened before I arrived at the rising of the new sun.
Sometime last night. Guess.
Those are your words, friend, not mine.
I love this character. I love them.
She's definitely like gesturing with her hands and like doing like spirit fingers and all sorts of stuff.
Mr. Rocklace is frustratingly flexing.
That's how you think.
Hands on his hips, pecs bouncing.
Yes, just doing the back and forth bounce.
Can't think properly if you aren't bouncing your pecs.
It's true. I don't know what else to ask.
Does anyone else have any questions?
I'm trying to think.
I don't have. Yeah, I don't have any questions, but while Rocklace is talking to the curator, I'll be looking around, like around the crime scene, just to see like, well, is there anything here that looks similar to ours? It's weird that there's so much crime in one night. It's a boring town.
Night crime. Yeah. You wanna.
I was gonna call that a scope out a scene.
Sure. Yeah. Roll another. Brains. Smarter pants.
No, 7.
7. All right. What is
I can pass 1. Okay.
Mhm.
Fairly. I think I want to ask, is there anything hidden here?
Yeah. So they definitely like smashed in the place. They smashed it. You find under a bunch of glass, looks like they dropped looks like a newspaper clipping. That has a photograph of the tablet on it. The headline says, not even a headline, it's a column. You know, this was not front page news. It says Tablet of Heracles found to be displayed in the Knoxville Museum of Ancient History. And the photograph depicts a what's it called? Like a gold tablet, like a big gold tablet, like 3 feet by 3 feet. That is engraved with a bunch of different depictions of Heracles, the Greek hero, doing crazy stuff. And then in the very center is a hole, like a roughly like rectangular or square hole, where it looks like there was a centerpiece to the tablet that is missing.
Okay. She'll bring that over to where everyone else is gathered. Like, hey, look at this. It looks like someone was doing their research.
That was the tablet, captured on ink and paper by the cameras of man. Of course,
Yep, this is an article about it.
Of course, a newspaper could never hope to capture its glory. That is only visible in person, but that is what it looked like, for sure.
I'm sure it was lovely.
It was incredible, rapturous.
What's this bit in the center for?
Well, it is rumored in legend that there was a centerpiece to the tablet. A depiction of Heracles at his penultimate moment. That held the power of the demigod within it. And so it was rumored amongst certain demographics that, or groupings, that if the tablet was to be connected to its centerpiece, the one who did it could draw upon the power of Heracles.
Is it rumored that anyone has this centerpiece, or it's just missing?
Nobody's seen it for centuries. Last time that this tablet was thought to have been resurfaced was the 1930s, when it was broken into pieces and sent amongst various groups. The full tablet, as it lay in my shop, museum, was only very recently reconstructed.
Is that an in-character slip-up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Yeah, because it's a shop front, but it's supposed to be a museum. She doesn't actually sell anything here. She's just used to working at a thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
No, really, it's very much too bad because I was really hoping that Heraclea would drum up, a lot of interest in the museum.
So you're not doing too well, I take it.
Well, I mean, who's doing very well? It's the 1970s.
Looks into the camera like they're on The Office. Dora, did you have?
No, I couldn't. I didn't end up thinking of anything.
Okay.
So she said, you remember she said Heraclea just now. That's not a thing you recognize.
Like it's not a god we're familiar with?
I mean, Heracles is a demigod, but Heraclea is not anything that you know of. Okay. So
Sorry, I'm trying to give others a
No.
chance to.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I was like, I feel like this person's not really being 100% with us. But I don't know what to do about it.
Does anyone have a way to make them tell the truth? Other
You
than
should all
me
just
beating them?
ask her what she's talking about.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I just don't want to have her just monologue at you. So if you want her to elaborate on a concept she's mentioned, you can just ask her about it.
Yeah, so, Heraclea? Is that
Yes,
what you said?
Heraclea, the ancient festival of Heracles. Traditionally conducted in the late summer, like August. I had created this exhibit to celebrate it. In ancient Greece, cults of the hero Heracles would summon lions in the streets and perform acts of martial prowess.
Lions. Was
Yes.
there
Lions,
watermelon involved?
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
How'd these lions feel about the the whole thing?
Probably bad, because they died. They were sacrificed.
Oh,
Probably
God.
they didn't do it. But it was in the name of a demigod, Heracles. The lion was his totemic animal, or his, whatever you would call it, his symbol.
Have you had anyone recently come in showing extreme interest in this?
Yes. One man has come many times and stared for hours at the tablet.
Something maybe like that was worth mentioning?
And
Hmm.
do you know this man's name, or
I
what do they
do.
look like?
I do know his name. His name is Argonaut Jackson. He's a former Olympian silver medalist.
So maybe someone we've heard of.
Perhaps if you are familiar with the Olympics.
I've heard of them, yeah. Yep.
Indeed. All right.
Argonaut Jackson
Do
would
you?
come. Yes?
Sorry.
What?
Do you know where we could find this person?
Argonaut Jackson. Well, if I had to guess, I would say that perhaps you might find him at the Argo Jackson Olympic Gymnasium that he owns.
Fair.
Let's go work out, guys.
Perfect.
Right.
All right.
Let's go talk to an Olympian.
May the gods smile upon you as you walk, my friends.
Thank you. You too.
She waves as you leave.
I flash a peace sign.
Such favor. Okay. So you leave. You leave the Naxo Museum of Ancient History, and you look around and to find the Argo Jackson Olympic Gymnasium, which of course you all know about. Argonaut Jackson, the silver medalist in Olympic wrestling. He did not compete in the most recent 1976 Olympics, but he did medal in 1972. Yeah. You kind of walk down the street. Knoxville. You've never actually been to his gym. So how are you going to find it?
Could ask around for directions.
Yeah, probably could. Probably could. Who's doing it?
Hippie, you could stand in the street and get attentions of drivers again.
I mean, you're the person with the soul, right? Or the...
Soul. I have +2 to soul. Yeah, so I can
Would
totes.
that be... Yeah.
I have +2 to soul as well, but I think wouldn't that be like asking people for information or to do stuff? Wouldn't that be with smooth?
Yeah, like
Well, yeah.
You want to talk to some folks, Mr. Rocklace?
yeah, talk to
Then
some
You
people.
can
be
roll
all
soul,
smart.
and you do have something extra from Jade.
All right, so
So, what you're going to write that is, you're going to write /R 3d6 K2 plus
3d6 K2.
yeah 3d6 K2. It's roll 3d6 and keep 2, and then add 3, so +3.
I don't know if I did this right. Oops.
Well, No, that was just 3d6 plus 3.
Dang it. Sorry, you're like breaking up for me, so I'm not really making out the words that you're saying.
It would, no, I did it wrong too. Oh well. Uh, oh, I wrote keep 3. Incredible. So that was still, the 5, 1 plus 3, is 9.
All right.
So you roll a 9. You mostly what you want. What happens here? So you ask around, you get directions to the place, but it takes you a long time to get there. Like 2 hours of walking around the city. You
Oh,
spend
jeez.
like trying to find this place, and it's not. When you finally get there, it's not that small. It's like a pretty significantly sized building. It's a gymnasium, but for whatever reason, you just walked past it a half dozen times. But the Argo Jackson Olympic Gymnasium stands before you. It is a big building. There are it's got like a big open glass like window in the front so that you can see in. You can see athletes wrestling and practicing gymnastics. It's a classic gym. Not as many machines, but a lot of free weights, a lot of resistance training gear, a lot of good stuff. Stuff you recognize.
Right, cool. So gonna look around for this guy.
Okay. Yeah, you look around. You don't see anyone who seems to be like in charge. What's like? What's your game plan here? How are you gonna look? How are you gonna find him?
Like, ask around where the office is.
Okay. What are Spirit and the hippie doing?
Sorry, just looking at my moves. Is there like anything like are there any sort of decorations or anything that kind of like match the iconography that was it Philippa was talking about?
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, you look around, you see a lot of like there's a big like mural on the wall, of like wrestlers like fighting and like doing feats of strength, and you realize it actually matches the depictions of Heracles on that tablet that you saw in the photograph. And you wouldn't have noticed it because it's not like one to one. It's like because this is like painted in like a mural, and that was like engraved on a tablet. But like in terms of like conceptually, it is the same art. And in the center, in the middle of all of them, is a depiction of Heracles wearing his like Greek armor, with both arms up in a flexing pose. And hippie, you recognize that.
I
Because
do.
because that image, that depiction, if you were to translate it into a gold engraving, is the image that is on the World Championship belt back at the league.
The plot thickens.
And as you like walk in to like look at this place, all sounds in the gymnasium stop as the athletes all kind of straighten up and look at you.
Don't like that.
Hippie
Hey,
flashes another peace sign at all the athletes.
Peace, huh? That ain't how it flies here, feller. Don't you know that a palaestra is a place of war? You hear shuffling of feet as a bunch of them move to cover the door.
Bummer.
You're from that wrestling league, right?
He can give you an autograph, man. He points at Mr. Rocklace.
Mr. Rocklace is already pulling out a piece of paper and a pen.
The guy who's talking, like, kind of like stretches his arms, does like the starting, says, "You know, I think we'd like a more hands-on demonstration than an autograph. I kind of want to see if you're worth all the hype."
All right. So,
What are you all doing?
let's see here.
Are they specifically like encroaching on Rocklace, or are they
No,
coming
they're-
at like all of us?
They're coming at all of you.
Oh well, I'm gonna get an
you feel-
improvised weapon.
Okay. What are you grabbing?
We're in a gym.
You're in a gymnasium.
In my hands, anything becomes a deadly weapon.
So, I think Mr. Rocklace is gonna like tear off his shirt and get ready.
Very, very cool.
I need a moment. I need a moment because I have to find something before I can tell you what the hippie is doing.
Okay. Spirit, what are you grabbing?
I don't want to just like destroy people with a dumbbell. That would kill them.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill anyone in this random gym where people are just going to like beat us up. In my current assessment of the situation. So I think it's like a kendo stick. Let's see if that fits any of these improvised weapons.
Okay. I can tell you what the hippie is doing now.
Okay.
They've unslung their guitar from their back, and because a fight scene is about to start, they have started playing an acoustic rendition of Barracuda by Heart.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Barracuda.
All right.
Hell yeah. They attack. Who's rolling first? Let's look at improvised weapon. You have to roll like brains for it, I think, right?
Let's see. Yeah, it says when you pick up a nearby object to wield it as a weapon, roll plus brains.
Give me that roll.
Okay.
And as Mr. Rocklace jumps into the fray.
It's a 7, so on a 7 to 9, I pick 2 and then describe the object.
Very cool.
So it's a basic
actually,
improvised weapon.
Roll another d6.
Oh yeah, because you
Because-
roll with something extra while I'm playing.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. 6
So,
plus 3 plus 2.
That's an 11.
That's an 11.
okay. So I get 3 then.
Uh-huh.
And so it's a basic improvised weapon. So I'm going to go ahead and take the it's not clumsy to remove the clumsy.
Okay.
I think I'll pick, it's a kendo stick, so it's It's not heavy or sharp, but
You want to? Hey, do you want to get another option for something I would see in the gym?
yeah.
You could use as a weapon. You know how they use those really big, heavy ropes, and like make them do waves.
That would
Yeah.
be better. Yeah.
What if you grab one of those and use it as like a whip, but it's like a really heavy, like club flail.
Let's do that instead. Yeah. So yeah, I still want it to be not clumsy. It's
Be
long
heavy.
and it's heavy. Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, so you get plus area and plus one harm. You actually all get plus area to your attacks during this fight because the hippie is playing. But that's still useful. You get double area effectively.
Jesus.
Excellent.
All right, Miss Rockless, you fighting?
Yeah.
All right,
Really fun.
why don't you deliver a beatdown?
Yeah. Okay. So roll my might, which is +1. So I do 1d6.
2d6 plus your might, which is plus one,
Okay.
and you're actually gonna roll 3d6 and take the higher.
Okay. So roll 3d6
Mm-hmm.
plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna have to do the math ourselves. So that is unfortunately a 6.
Yeah.
So describe what you're trying to do, Mr. Rocklace.
So I think the guy that was talking, that Mr. Rocklace just goes in for like a punch to just shut him up.
Very cool. Unfortunately, you rolled a 6. You go for a punch, you swing. This guy just grabs your arm, hit checks you, and throws you bodily over him. You just slam hard on the ground as one of them kicks you, and you're gonna take one harm.
Oh
Oh
no.
no! But you are not wearing a shirt, which means that your sometimes less is more move is active, and you have one armor, so you don't actually take anything from that.
Yes.
You're fine. Uh, Jenny, Spirit, your friend just got tossed as being kicked by a bunch of dudes.
Well,
What
that
do you
just
do?
won't do.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I could help a brother out.
Yeah, that would have given him a +1 to his roll, an additional +1. It would have helped, but
That'll work.
yeah.
Let me look at my moves here.
You can just deliver a beatdown of your own if you want to just fight these people.
Yeah, I'd like to do that because if I can try to redirect the attention to me instead of them all beating up Mr. Rocklace, I will count as a gang.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll Matt with something
Okay.
extra.
With something extra. For 2. Okay. So 3d6
Yeah,
plus
right.
2 and take the 2 highest.
The two
Yep.
highest, yeah.
So 7, 8, 9.
9, woof. 161, rough.
Yeah.
9. So at a 7 to 9, you deal damage to the target or choose one. You avoid any counterattack, you deal great harm, you deal 1 stun harm, you disarm your target, you blind, hold, otherwise disable your target, you give or take something your target is holding or wearing, or you push, pull, or otherwise move your target where you want them.
Mm. Are they holding anything to disarm them?
No, none of them have weapons.
Okay. I think then I want to I guess deal 1 great harm or stun harm. What's the difference between a stun harm and a great harm?
Stun knocks them out.
I mean, we could stun them. Yeah, I guess I'll deal 1 stun harm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you swing that big old rope around and you just clobber some dudes. they all start going down because you're just hitting them really hard, and then getting knocked out or stunned and woozy. You do get some counterattacks against you, but you are also a gang against them, so you're going to take 1 harm yourself. Well, so 2 harm minus 1 from your thing, armor.
Mm-hmm. Where can I mark? I guess I'll just mark it.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll add a column here that says harm.
Mm-hmm. So you're holding them at bay. The hippie is jamming the tunes. Miss Rocklegs, you are on the ground. Hippie, do you continue to jam?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. And Mr. Rocklegs, what are you doing from the ground?
Trying to decide. Let's do angel eyes on the peoples.
Okay, what's Angel's Eyes?
So when you gaze longingly into the eyes of someone who means you harm, rolls plus smooth. On 10 plus, they drop their weapons and take a step back. On a 7 through 9, they redirect their hostility elsewhere. So let's do that.
Very cool.
Right. So I will roll. I get confused about what exactly I'm supposed to roll. So I know that I'll do plus 3 for smooth.
Uh-huh.
But do I roll 2d6 or 3d6?
In this, because the hippie's still playing, you're gonna roll 3d6 and take the
Oh.
highest.
Better.
That is a 6 plus, listen, 14. Pretty good. Describe what that happens.
So I think that it's just like the move describes. Like Mr. Rocklace is just gonna give them a good long stare, and just be like, that was that was that was pretty good, but there's no reason to get in over your head.
Very cool. So yeah, you just stare at this dude, and he there's this connection, this instant connection, this powerful wave of aura from Mr. Rockless as he steps back and says, "You're right. This is not the time or place. The time is tonight. The place is the Stokely Center. Argo will become a god."
No.
What?
And the gang of wrestlers and gymnasts disperses.
Alright, so these guys are planning to be butts.
Yeah. So what information do you have now?
The fighting's over, so
Yeah, the fight's over.
I don't know if it really matters if we talk to this guy now. I think, or at least I think that they're just planning.
Also, he's not here. Like, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Argo Jackson is not here.
Yeah. I think these guys are planning to, like, jump the show tonight. That's the impression I'm getting.
Okay.
What if
Yeah,
the show is like some sort of like pagan thing, man? That's it. That's all the hippies got.
Okay.
You mean like our boss is in on it?
Yeah.
That would be, like, good hook for the show, I guess. But he did seem pretty upset about having to clean the ring.
Well, he's upset about having to spend money.
That's true. So should we confront the boss?
I don't know that we know enough to. I guess. Is there a move that like lets me? Like I want to know how long I've known the boss and like what I know about him.
Sure, yeah. We could just roll brains for that. Just use the basic rule, which is we'll describe what you're doing and roll six-sided dice and add the results. If it's a 10 or above, it's considered full success. If it's 7 or 9, it's partial success. Very simple.
Okay.
Yeah, roll brains.
It's a 6, so I don't know.
Oh, it's a 6. So you think real hard. You know the boss for a long time. He was a used car salesman before he had a life-changing encounter with Andre the Giant, which got him into wrestling. He does not seem like the kind of guy who would be part of an ancient Greek hero cult.
Okay. I don't know, y'all. Boss seems simple. He just used to sell cars, and now he's. I'm slipping into your southern accent. And now he likes wrestling. I mean, probably always liked wrestling. You don't just suddenly. Well, you do. But
I was about to say.
And then you remember that tonight, the Marble City Slam Fest, the main event is a come one, come all, taking all comers free for all.
Okay, so maybe the boss isn't in on this, but maybe this is like...
Maybe he's just a patsy, man.
Right. That come all thing would be a good opportunity.
I mean, I'm always down to fight. So if we're fighting,
Yeah, I mean the free for all has the championship belt on the line. It's because Sam always wins it because Sam is the champion.
is Sam booked to win it tonight?
What are you talking about? Wrestling's real. This is anyone can get into this match. That's the whole point of the Slam Fest.
Well, I'd fucking want in.
Yeah. Let's do this. I mean, like, if they're coming for it anyways, let's just face them head on.
All right. So you head back to the Stokely Center. The ring has been cleaned. You're about an hour out from the start of the event. What are you doing?
Mr. Roxley's is getting all like dressed up in his outfit, getting prepared, psyching himself out.
Yeah, Spirit's like officially practicing in her ring gear so that she is ready to go.
I think the hippie's burning some incense. And other things, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We know.
Suddenly we are referring to it obliquely.
It's right before the show.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So you don't tell anybody anything then.
I don't know who to trust, so I don't know that
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
All right. The show begins. The first few matches, Where are you for the first few matches? What are you all doing? Where do you position yourselves in the arena?
So what style match is this? Is it like everyone starts in the ring, or is it like Battle Royale where they like come out?
The main event
One
is
at
a
a
battle
time.
royale, but there's other matches because it's a wrestling event.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all have matches tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I feel like Hippie's, like, in one of the first matches because they're definitely, like, in some ways they get treated as comic relief, so they're there to kind of, like, warm the crowd up.
Sure. Jobbing
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a living.
It's 11.
Think Mr. Rockley's like hyping the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. So yeah, first couple matches they go without issue. Some people win, some people lose. The crowd is looking pretty warm. Uh, Hippie, do you want to roll might to see how well you do on your match?
Yeah.
And Rockway, Lace, you can roll smooth to see how well you're working the crowd.
Heck yes. Alright.
It's okay.
7, yeah.
It's not a squash match. It looks pretty decent.
It's not a squash match. You definitely give as good as you get, but you do get you do get pinned.
Oh, do we not do a plus?
Oh, I have no might, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, that's why. Okay.
Rockless, you get this crowd hyped. The tension is mounting. Anticipation is palpable in the room as the final match of the night begins. Like there's a cheering and then a hush as acoustic guitar begins to twang over the loudspeakers as Sam Shelby, the man in black trunks, walks to the stage, to the ring. He steps over the top rope, does that like Big Show thing, and he's standing. He has now got the belt over his shoulder, and he holds it in the air, and you see it. The buckle, a square golden tablet depicting a Greek warrior flexing. And now you know where that missing piece is.
We gotta win that belt.
It's meant to be. Flexes.
So
Crack
you
knuckle.
Knuckles. So yeah, so the match begins. Ding ding. Shelby, Sam puts the belts like on the ring on the turnbuckle, hands it to a ref. And the match begins. Some people start coming to the thing. It's like basically the rule is someone comes in, they have a minute in the ring before the bell rings again, and the next combatant can come in. Who takes the initiative? Do any of you go in as the first combatant?
I think I'm more towards the end. I think I've got that heel heat going on, and so I'm not the last one out, but I'm more towards the end to like piss people off and like just like come in and get a bunch of cheap shots while people are tired.
Very cool. So
Mr.
yeah,
Rockley.
mhm.
Mr. Rockley's going in. He's going in first. It's just like comes up, like does the whole like super flexing thing for the crowd, and then just like
And you get that good spot of being like the first one in the ring. It's like, how long could he possibly last? And it's like the whole fucking match.
Yeah. So yeah, you head in. The crowd goes wild as you go in first. Sam looks at you and like kind of gives you a grin and says, "Well, hey, Randy, let's give him a good show tonight."
hell yeah.
And he just picks you up and throws you. Roll might. Let's do some wrestling in.
Oh my god. Okay. Crap, what was my might? +1. Oof.
7. All right. So how you stick in there for the minute until the bell rings? But how like it's not great. Like what's the spot?
So I think that after the being thrown, like Mr. Rockley's like kind of rolls back up and squares up, but it's like he's felt it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So is that all? Like, does he have his own thing?
Like I can attack.
Yeah, we're describing a wrestling match here.
Okay, okay.
There's a back and forth. You have
Yeah.
a minute until the next combatant comes in.
Okay, yeah, that I'm totally gonna go for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like so just like deliver a beatdown, I guess.
No. We rolled. Now what happens?
Oh, okay. So, my brain's not with
Yeah,
this.
we're
sorry.
we're choreographing together right now.
All right. So I think that Mr. Rocklace goes for like against the like leans back against the belt and kind of like does a running like towards.
Like a clothesline.
Yeah, there we go. I'm
Yeah.
not good with the wrestling terms. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, you do the clothesline. Sam goes down, slaps the mat, and bounces back up. You know how people do.
Yeah.
He's like, "That's a good one, man. All right, let me try." And he goes back and just fucking throws you to the ground. You get back up too though. You're like both in it, and it's like people are going wild. These are like some high flying moves. It's the '70s. Clotheslines still get a pop. So people are loving it, and you like kind of toss. So you get the test of strength, where he just like dominates you with the like the linked fingers kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because he's the champ. He's huge. He's so strong. And the bell rings, and you see. He goes like, "All right, Randy, I'm gonna take care of these new folks. You get a breather in, all right?"
Jeez, thanks.
Hey, no worries, man. And the next is two people who run at the same time. One of them looks like just a dude off the street. The second guy is wearing a toga.
Toads.
You see Sam, like the first person comes and like gives Sam like a pretty good like ring smack, and he like takes it. He's like, "Yeah, that's a good one. All right," and just picks him up and throws him out of the ring. Jenny, Spirit, what are you doing right now as you're watching all this happen in the ring?
It was the man with or without the toga that just got thrown out.
The without one.
Okay, so I think Jenny's hanging back in the wing. Like, she doesn't want to miss her cue, but also if Toga guy gets out, she wants to try and like confront him on the way back.
You want to like check the scene out, see what's going on?
Yeah, are there any more? Like, I guess I'd be looking for any more of Toga Man's friends.
Yeah, why don't you scope the scene out?
That's brains, right?
That's brains.
It's an 8.
That's an 8. All right, you got a question.
I mean, I don't want to ask who's in charge around here and have it be like the manager's in charge around here, but like, who's in charge of the toga guys around here? Like, are there more of them?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like there's more people backstage, or like someone's taking order of that?
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you look around, not backstage, but people are also coming in from the crowd. Like there's like a line of people. You do see a couple more like toga wrestler dudes. You also look up to the booth, like the lighting booth, that also controls like the microphones and stuff. And you see the normal like tech guys are gone, and there's 2 toga guys in there.
Oh man, I think Jenny's gonna go up there, like, oh, but I need to win this belt. Well, Mr. Rocklace, I need you to win this belt for me. That or Hippie, one of y'all needs to win. So yeah, as Jenny skates by, because she wears roller skates to the ring. So as she skates by, the Hippie is like, "Hey, one of you's got to win this. I'm going to the sound box."
All right, hippie. You hear that?
Oh man.
So Jenny, do you wear the skates up the stairs that you have to climb to get to the sound booth?
No, so I think she skates over to the stairs, and then like they're made so she can get them off quickly, because like sometimes her heel gimmick is like, especially in things like this, she like struggles to take them off or takes them off slow, so like the match takes longer for her turn to start and people are more tired and all that. But like they're made so she can quickly get out of them, like just slip-ons.
Very cool. Yeah, so you get up
Like
there.
you don't want to go like actually skating in these, because they fall off your damn feet.
Yeah, so you like bound up the stairs, taking 2 at a time. You open the door to the sound booth. You see. I thought that they like clipped onto your boots.
Oh, that's true. They would need to. Yeah, I would have wrestling shoes on.
Yeah,
That's true.
don't want to get your fingers, your toes smushed. You open the door. You see these 2 like buff young men in togas, and then you see the sound technicians like tied up and gagged on the floor. And they look up and like, "Hey, you're supposed to be at the ring."
Hey, you're not supposed to tie people up.
Hey, shut up.
I think she. Does she just attack them?
She could.
She just attacks them.
All right, roll might.
Okay. Oh.
Oof. All right, so now you get to choose one.
Sorry. Is that the beatdown one?
Uh-huh.
There it is, deliver a beatdown. Oh, I guess again, are they holding anything?
No.
Okay. So
These are
just
not like
armed
weapon. they're like weapon guys.
Okay. I want to deal 1 stun harm.
All right. Knock one of them out. Super easy. Just pop, and he just goes down. Looks like these guys are like, they wrestle, they work out. They're not fighters.
Yeah, so she's gonna look at the other one like, you next?
Yeah. And he picks up one of the chairs and hits you with it.
So I take
You're going to take 2 harm minus 1 from your armor.
the 1 harm. How many harm can I take before it's a problem?
Your full track is 9, and I think 5 before it starts to be a problem.
Okay. So she's gonna look up like, ow, and grab one of the legs of the like splintered legs of the table as an improvised weapon.
Improvised weapon. Roll bleed. Not bleed. Brains.
13.
13. So you got whatever you want this thing to be. It is.
I don't want it to be clumsy. I want it to be sharp.
Sharp. Woof.
Yeah, and it's a splintered chair leg. It can't not be sharp.
Sure.
And I think I want it to be easily thrown.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna kill a guy, apparently.
Very cool. Very cool thing for you to do. Roll plus might.
Okay. Also, Amber said her internet went down. She's trying to get back. Okay. Oh, sorry. Discord notifications are in front of where I'm typing. There it is. 2d6 plus 2. 7.
7. So same deal.
Another harm.
You want to just do your damage? No, not another harm. But
sorry.
same deal for you in terms of like what you can choose to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do another harm.
All right. Yeah, you harm him badly. He goes down. He looks up and he says, "It's too late."
Did I kill this man?
No.
Okay.
he just passes out.
Okay.
And you standing in the booth look down and see that things have changed. All of the people who were like in line have all been like knocked out. And you see a man being flanked by 4 of these toga dudes approaching the ring. He is extremely tall, long, flowing blonde hair, deep olive tan, and he has a wreath of leaves around his head. And also a microphone in his hand. And we will get into what he says as soon as Amber gets back, because I don't want her to miss it.
Okay.
How's everyone doing in the stream? You folks are fighters. You stayed in this whole time. Some of you.
Ooh. Oh, Amber said back.
Yes. I didn't want to just talk in chat because I didn't know what I missed.
Oh, no worries. Hello and welcome back. So, Amber, not Amber, you're Amber. Spirit took care of the dudes in the booth, but the people who wanted to like try to be wrestlers, have been knocked out, and now there's a bunch of toga dudes approaching the stage. With a guy in the head, a big dude with a wreath on his head, like a laurel wreath, and he has a microphone, and he holds it to his mouth, and he begins to speak. And he says, "People of Knoxville, I am Argonaut Jackson, and I stand before you today to welcome you to a new world order. And they all go wild. Crowds eating it up. This guy has got the stuff. Hippie, where are you at in this room?
I think I've stuck pretty close to the ring side.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might be like kind of like opposite of where Argonaut is though, like the rings between us kind of thing.
Sure. All right, he continues, and he says, I am going to defeat your champion, and I will sacrifice him to the god Heracles. And in doing so, will secure my immortality. And people are like, that's wild, but hell yeah! Woo! Freaking out, booing. He throws his arm out, and you see that tablet from the museum being carried by 4 men up to the ring as Argonaut takes the ring. Randy, you're Rockless. You are still in the ring. You've kind of been like keeping a distance as Sam has just kind of gone through all these people, but he's looking tired.
All right. So let's I think I will let's get in this guy's face. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What are you doing? What are you saying?
Think like the only one that's going to be immortal tonight is me.
Oh yeah. Very cool. So you're getting in his face. So would you attempt to get somebody to act through violence or threat of violence? Roll plus might. On a 10, you roll two, you choose 2, and then I choose 1. On a 7 and 9, you choose 1, and then the DJ chooses 1. So what is your threat? You're just going to fight this guy?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So roll might, and we'll see what happens.
Roll good. No.
9. So you choose 1, and I choose 1.
Okay. So think I think I'll choose the deal them 1 harm.
Cool. So you just, what, like just punch him in the face?
Yeah.
Very cool. So you punch him in the face. He takes it straight to the chin, actually no-sells your punch. Because 1 harm is not enough to actually do damage to him.
Oh no.
He looks down at you with these like volcanic blue eyes, and he says, "Very well. You will be the first in this maelstrom of violence."
I would like to take
boy.
this opportunity to leap to my feet
Very cool.
and begin playing We Will Rock You.
Oh my god.
Oh, is that came out already? Huh?
Yeah.
I was mid sipping water when you said that.
Like, I'm doing the whole stomping my feet and clapping and stuff to get the audience riled up.
Hell
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Hell yeah. All right, you begin to do that. He as well. He just grabs Rocklace and just like punches him as well. Saying deal one harm, but you know you can survive that because you're in wrestling gear.
Yeah.
Anna, Anya, Jenny, Spirit.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think when Spirit saw that, she untied the sound people, and then started making her way back to the ring to help out.
Mm-hmm.
So she's on her way back, but she didn't want to just leave the sound people tied up. Like, someone will be for you later, I guess. So she wanted to get them free, and also like they can tell someone about what happened. Like she might even tell them like, go tell someone.
Who? Tell who?
Someone who isn't working for him.
Who's working for it? What? Who is that guy?
I gotta go.
All right, yeah,
He'll
you
tell you
head
who he is.
you head down. Hippie, you are playing some jams, and Mr. Rocklace is fighting. You see Sam is looking pretty beat. Two of those wrestler guys are on him, and he is like fighting them, but he is, tired. He's been fighting for a while now. What are you doing?
In order to use Black Belt and Crazy, I have to actually sit out the fight to play the tune to confer the benefits. So I think it's really just a matter of like kind of like going around, getting the crowd riled up for this, especially because this is the big climactic battle. So we should have audience participation.
Yeah, hell yeah. You're working, so you are working the crowd. So why don't you roll
Yeah.
smooth?
Sure. Let me find the correct tab. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So this is actually a thing from Wide World of 77. When you grand scan to get the audience excited, you roll plus smooth. On a 10 plus, you choose 2. On a 7 to 9, you choose 1. Turn the crowd in your favor. Roll something extra on your next attack. Turn the crowd against your opponent. Gain +1 armor on the next attack against you. Lose 1 heat, or you don't leave yourself exposed while working the crowd.
Could you post those in chat?
Sure. Do.
Oh, that chat.
Yeah.
Since I'm not attacking, I think
You can confer that armor to someone else.
yeah, I think I will confer that armor to Mr. Rocklace, and I am not going to leave myself exposed while working the crowd because
Probably solid.
I don't want to get clotheslined here.
Yeah, and you barely miss one. You avoid it. You were like walking up and down the side of the ring with your guitar playing, as these like Olympian dudes like run at you, and you like dodge them. They bounce across the ring rope and just like fly out. Very badass, Mr. Rockless. You have extra armor against this dude.
Sweet.
What are you doing?
Let's see. I think I want to like for just like a moment, like Mr. Rockley's like jumps down off of the ring and like reaches under it and pulls out his cane.
Hell yeah. What does this cane look like?
So it's not like super anything. It's like this black cane with like this fake like diamondy jewel at the top.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really heavy.
Makes sense.
So like he has to hold it with both hands.
Okay, cool. And you're using that to attack with?
Yes.
You're getting a little bit of heat from the crowd because of an illegal object, but you are also using it against the keel, so it kind of balances out. Roll me might.
All right. There we go.
That's a fucking 12. So you deal damage. You deal 2 harm plus 1 extra of the list.
Oh, not that you needed it for that roll, but you also get advantage, so you'll be rolling 3d6 from now on.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So I think that is this like the deliver a beatdown thing?
Yeah,
by the way?
yeah.
Okay, just making sure I'm looking at the right list here.
You're swinging at someone with the intent of physically hurting them.
Yeah, so I think the blind hold or otherwise disable the target. So I think like when I hit him with the cane, that it like kind of injures his arm.
Oh, his arm. Okay. So he's going to deal -1 harm. So yeah, you like crack this cane down on his arm. You see like tweaks in some strange way. It looks like you sprained his wrist just by bruising it really hard. Argonaut Jackson clutches it and looks up at you. He says, "Fine. If you're not going to play fair, I suppose I don't have to either." And with his right hand, because his left hand has been damaged, reaches into his toga and pulls out a dagger.
Oh Jesus! Brought a cane to a knife fight.
Mm-hmm. So you can, you're about to take harm because he's about to stab you with a knife.
Yep.
So you can take a hit or get out of the way. Those are the 2 ways of handling damage that is being done to you. If you take a hit, you roll plus might to try to shrug off the harm. If you want to get out of the way, but to try to avoid the harm, you can roll plus hustle.
I think I'll take a hit.
Take a hit. All right, roll plus might.
So it'll be. Will that still be the 3d6 this time?
Yeah.
Plus might.
So that is 2 plus 5 plus 1, which is 8.
Yeah.
So you take half the harm, minimum 1, so you're going to take 2 harm. Or you could take no harm, but the DJ can pick one. You are knocked down, you drop what you're holding, or have to pick up something else, or somebody else takes the hit.
I'll let you pick one, so I'll just take 1 harm, right?
No. If you let me pick one, then you take 0 harm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
But somebody else takes the hit. So yeah, you dodge out of the way, and this knife stabs into the side of Sam Shelby.
Oh no, poor Sam.
Poor Sam, the champion. He looks down and says, "That's a fucking knife." As it is pulled out, and Argonaut Jackson shrugs and goes to stab him again.
Oh, jeez.
How is the crowd reacting to someone getting actual stabbed?
They're kind of freaking out. It's like screaming.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
I
what are you
mean, I don't
doing?
want Sam to win, but can I help a brother out? Is that possible, or is that only
I mean
something I
that.
can do with?
I mean that would be. Oh, here it is. So that would be if he was rolling, which he's not. But you can try to work under pressure to keep your cool, and like defend him in some way.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that.
So when you act despite an imminent threat or work under pressure, say how you deal with it and roll if you do it by powering through plus might. You know, this is whatever defy danger from Dungeons and Worlds.
Okay, so I think as much as I'd love to use smooth, I don't think this would be a smooth thing. Um,
No, probably not.
yeah. um, I don't know if it would be hustle or might.
Well, what are you doing?
And so I want to like try and grab the knife and like stop the stabbings.
Like just like wrestle him with the knife. So that would be plus might. That'd be powering through.
Yeah. All right.
That's a 10
Sweet.
total because we're dropping one. Yeah, you get the knife away from him. Sam kind of collapses to the ground, bleeding, holding his side, and he's like, "Oh God, that okay." He like starts to roll out of the ring, but two of the guys grab him and like hold him down. Jenny, Spirit, you are now able to get to the ring.
Okay.
There's a knife in play.
Damn. I would like to, let's see. I mean, let's do, can I, the knife is not still in Sam, I take it.
No, no. It's now on the mat because Rockledge was able to like wrestle it out of Argo's hand.
Yeah, Jenny's gonna go for the knife.
Okay.
Like, mostly just because she wants to keep it out of his hand. So I kind of want to use the knife as like as a like improvised weapon by like hitting with the hilt instead of stabbing.
Okay.
Like just like hold it backwards so the blade is kind of pointing back towards like back my shoulder, and I just like come down on him with a fist, but the fist also has like the handle of the knife.
Okay. Yeah. Give it a shot.
Does that work?
I mean, you still have to roll brains
Right.
to improvise with it, but sure.
Oh, and it's sorry, also plus the
Plus the
thing
math,
from.
yeah.
So.
So roll an extra d6.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
that
Sweet.
works. So yeah,
Okay.
you can use a knife as a
Improvised weapon.
yeah.
Okay, so I want it to be sharp in a different way that a knife is sharp. Like I don't want it to like stab and kill this person, but like you know how some like decorative knives have like the handle where the end is like a pointed ball like hilt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like the same sharpness as a fucking knife, but it's not pleasant to have punched into you. So
No.
I want it to be sharp and not clumsy. And I don't know what else it can be from
these because I'm not going to throw a knife and it's not long or, I mean, I guess
It
it
could
could
be.
be.
Yeah, it's a knife. It's heavy. Sure.
Okay, so we'll do heavy, sharp, and not clumsy.
Very cool. Yeah. Argonaut Jackson like jerks away from Rocklace and looks to you, and he says, "You have no place in the Palaestra. Leave before you are hurt."
What?
I don't know. He's an asshole.
Uh, God, is this my face turn?
It might be.
Sorry, I can't. You stabbed that guy. I'm gonna have to continue hitting you. I need that thing too. That's not yours.
Oh yeah, two of his guys are like holding the belts between them as well. So like, yeah, you should definitely get into this. You gonna attack him?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna sheathe the knife, like, or get it somewhere safer. Like even if that's just out of the like range of these people,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to attack with my brass knuckles.
Oh, sick. Wait, then why were you improvising the knife into a weapon?
Because I wanted to get a hold on it so I could get rid of it.
Oh yeah, I would have just let you do that.
I mean, I might as well hit him while I'm at it.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
harm. Three
roll.
harm, I think.
Yeah, probably 3 harm. Roll attack, or what's the word? Deliver a beatdown.
I do want to say, now that Spirit has joined the fray, the hippie has switched to Killer Queen.
Aww.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it's a 5, a 3, and a 2, 8, 9, 10.
10. Hell yeah. You get to choose one.
So I deal
and
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I deal damage and choose one. Okay. So I'm going to deal damage, and then I would like to avoid any counterattack.
Cool. So you're dealing full damage, which is 3 with that thing. So you just clock him in the face. You know, he'd give him a nosebleed. Face gets all swelly, and he like swings back at you. But you duck under it very easily. You are undamaged, except for the times that you got damaged before.
Just those other 2 times.
That's those other 2 times. Rocklace, Argonaut Jackson is taking damage. He looks kind of woozy. It looks like he's getting close.
Good. Kick him while he's down.
All right.
So I'm gonna deliver a B down.
Hell yeah. You got your cane.
Yeah.
Still rolling something extra because of the hippie? All right, so that's actually 8. That was an 8. So you get to deal damage or do one, or pick one.
I'll deal damage.
Heck yeah. So you deal damage with the cane, which is I think 2 harm.
Yep.
It takes 1 more harm. How does it look?
I think he just clocks him with it. Just like clocks him across the face.
All right, cool. Yeah, you just crack him against his face. You see a couple teeth go flying. Looking rough. Still up though. He starts to like back up, like putting his hands up. He gives one big slam into Rocklace's chest from because you didn't avoid a counterattack. So 3. You're gonna take 3 harm reduced by your armor. As his like boulder like fists smash into your solar plexus.
I don't know what my armor is actually like.
It would be 1 right now.
Okay, so I take 2 harm then.
Yeah, you take 2 harm.
Right.
So you're all feeling it, except for the hippie. Hippie, this guy's like backing up, and he's like, kind of, seems like he's forgotten that you're there.
Yeah, I kind of, since the crowd is like carrying on the song, nobody's gonna notice me stopping playing and sneaking up behind the dude to hit him over the head with my guitar.
Yes,
Yeah.
do
Yes.
it.
Let's go back to, and that's with plus might. Oh,
Ah, dang it!
Now you did roll a 5, so if someone wants to help a sibling out, they could.
Yeah.
Yes.
So either one of you roll with hooks, so +2.
Do you
You
want
want to go for it, Amber? No, I'm fine. You can go for it.
Okay, leave it
You
up
got
to
this.
me. All right, so 2d6, or is it?
yeah, 2d6 plus 2.
Come on.
That's a 12.
Woo.
Hell yeah.
Hippie, roll one more d6.
Fit!
Oh no!
Wow.
It is just not meant for the hippie to hit anybody.
Good thing you chose Jobber.
I know, right?
So hippie, you smash this guitar over this fella's head. It doesn't do anything. He turns to look at you, and he says, "Fool, you know not of what you mess with." He's gonna grab the shattered guitar neck from your hands and kick you, Sparta style, off the ring. You're gonna take 3 harm.
Okay.
As he turns now with a weapon, to the rest of you, and he says, "I have defeated the champion. I have the belt. The ritual is almost complete." What's up? What you doing?
I wanna-
that.
I mean, I know you said it was cheap that I was using a cane, but man, that's just a whole another level of assholetry using a knife.
Yeah.
So I want to attack him again.
All right. Deliver a beatdown.
Yeah.
You're no longer rolling with something extra because the music is
Yeah.
stopped.
Plus my might, which is not 21. Damn it!
Rough. Bad for you.
Oh, jeez.
6. So you roll as well. You swing. He grabs you, throws you bodily out of the ring. Until it is just him and Spirit, and he holds out a hand for the belt to be handed to him. And he holds it in the air and he says, "You should run. I am the champion."
What can I do?
Kick his ass.
I mean, I want to. Yeah. I just want to try and charge him, so deliver a beatdown and, like, try to fucking knock him out. Because I need to get the belt back and also stop this man who's trying to kill people.
Smart. Roll might.
Seven.
7. All right, you can deal damage, or you can pick one from that list.
I would like to. So how's he looking?
Looking rough. Looking like he's taking some big hits. He's
I'm trying to
holding
decide.
he's holding the belt like high above his head like a champion.
I kind of just want to do the stun harm. Is anyone opposed
Hey,
to that?
hang on. One of the options is give or take something your target is holding or
Oh.
wearing.
Oh my god, you're right.
Go, Spirit, go.
Yeah, I would like to take the belt.
All right, yeah, you just like jump, you grab that belt, you holding it now. You feel like this energy crackling in it. And you see across the ring, leant up against one of the turnbuckles, is the tablet.
Who's left standing at this point?
Just you and him.
You.
Oh god. The tablet is heavy, probably. Can I carry it and the belt and
You can definitely not carry both of them. The tablet,
Can
the
I-
full tablet was being carried by 4 dudes.
can I use the belt to try to knock him out? Because the belt's got a big fucking gold plate in it.
Absolutely, you can try to do that.
Let's do that. So it's brains.
Uh-huh.
That's 8.
That's 8. You get to choose, I think, 1.
Oh, I think I get to pick 2. 7 to 9.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's heavy, and it's not clumsy because I can't see any of the others working.
Sure. All right. You're gonna just beat him with a belt? With a championship
Yeah.
belt?
Like, kind of like, oh, I could kind of like whip it and try to catch him with the plate part, like in the head.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you deliver a beatdown?
Okay.
You can roll something extra because you're holding a magic belt.
Sweet. And this determines damage. Is that right?
Well,
Or-
it determines if you hurt him.
Roll 3d6 plus.
Holy
5 and
shit.
6. So that's
So that's
11
a-
plus 13.
That's a 13. So you
Yeah.
can do damage and you get to do one extra thing.
I would like to. Now can I stun him? Would now
I mean,
be the
that's-
time?
Yep. This sounds like the time to
Go for it.
So yeah,
Okay.
you grab the belt, you like buckle it together so that you can use it like a lariat, and you just like whip it like a club or a flail and just crack him across the temple. He goes spinning into the ropes and then bounces off and just slams into the ground. He is out cold, this huge man in a toga and a laurel wreath, and you're holding the championship belt in your hand. And the crowd goes wild.
Oh my god! I did a face turn.
And you look at the belt in your hand, crackling with mites, and you look to the tablet with an empty slot in it. What do you do?
Oh god. I mean, do I put it in?
That's what
I mean-
he said.
Do
I know,
you?
right? Yeah, what they were meant to be together. It probably won't cause the world to end.
No, maybe not.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll put the square piece in the hole.
Jenny Anderson. You hold in your hand the belt of Heracles, and you step over to the tablet that it has been missing from for 50 years. You hold the belt in the air. The crowd is screaming. a fever pitch, and you slot it into the hole, and everything goes white.
Oh.
Ooh.
There is a blast of white light from the ring, blinding everybody in attendance for a brief moment. And then, when it fades, the tablet is gone. In its place, on your body, is a suit of golden Greek armor.
Oh God, I think I'm the chosen one now.
And you feel the power of the gods coursing through your veins.
I'm just gonna pretend like this is part of the act and just like raise my hands in the air like they do at the end of wrestling, like I won.
Yeah. And you did win. You are now the chosen of the demigod Heracles, the strongest person on Earth. And who knows how that will affect your wrestling career. But for tonight, you are the champion as the bell rings and the match ends.
Is the hippie playing "We Are the Champion"?
The hippie is
The guitars.
warbly singing "We Are the Champions" because their guitar has been smashed.
Destroyed, yeah.
Spirit will sing along with you.
We are the champions, my friends. Da, 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 da. It's a very...
Just an arena of people.
Yeah, everyone's singing along as the credits begin to roll. And that was Spirit of 77.
Holy shit.
It was so good, guys.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to our final time slot in the FTL and Room Where It Happens 24-hour TTRPG charity live stream supporting Mermaids UK. We raised, over the course of the last 24 hours, £400, which is
$518.
$518, £15 more than our goal, which means we are the champions.
Woo!
Wow.
We got outros and stuff?
Yeah.
All right, I have been Zachary Fredrickson. You can find me on Twitter at OfficeGod. You can hear me on the Room Where It Happens in the upcoming final Building the Bleed episode. I've been joined today by Amber.
I've been Amber, and you can find me on the Twitters at Robertson_Malia. And you can also find me on the Discord if you want to come on over.
Anya.
Hey, I'm Anya. You can find me on Twitter at aka Anya. You can find the podcast I'm regularly on at Roomware Pod, and you can catch season 2 starting March 2nd. So join us for a whole new story.
Hell yeah, and Dora.
Hi, I've been Dora. You can find me on Twitter at HarpyDora. You can find the podcast I'm on at FTLcast on Twitter. And we have the site ftlcast.com, I think is live now. It's cool. Kale's made it.
Hell yeah, it's a great website. Also, having played with us over the last 24 hours, Mab, you can find at Little Lady Mab on Twitter. Jade, who can be found at Jade Oxford Rose. Brian, who can be found at Roomware Pod. And special guest who brought us through the night, Riley Hopkins, who can be found at Rev Rye Bread. Rev like Reverend, Rye like Rye Bread. Thank you so much. I'm not missing anybody, am I? Right?
Yeah, you're missing Sam.
Sam! At S.A. Kalo. Shit.
Oh, good. I was about to say, hey, you forgot me.
I'm so sorry. I looked at the whole thing. There's a whole list of people, and I missed one line. I'm so sorry. Sam at S.A. Kalo, who played the wonderful Aletha in Fantasy Crafts.
I also played the mermaid that didn't have a name.
And the mermaid
And the
that
other
didn't
one.
have a name.
Their name was Clicks and Whistles.
Yes.
Yeah. Any last shout outs or conversations or talking we want to do? Thank you all so much for playing today. I hopefully that was good. I've never run Spirit of 77 before, but I did play it once, and maybe on whatever day Roomware comes out, you'll see what happened when I did.
Should be Wednesday.
Should be Wednesday.
Finger guns.
Excitement.
Did I say Kales? Kales at Citadel Swords. I forgot everybody. I'm so
So you forgot everybody from our own podcast.
Oh, no.
Kales at Citadel Swords, also incredible player. We have 10 minutes left before we hit 24 hours.
I'm just like so stoked that we went over the goal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
it's
we
already
did
been mentioned, but it's like, thanks everybody so much for that.
Y'all rock.
I'm gonna be right back, but I'm leaving the stream going so y'all can take your
Sure.
bows.
Should have chatted talking out.
I think Jade just joined us as well.
Hello,
I
Jade.
did. Hello. That was a riot. I'm really upset you stabbed Sam Shelby. For obvious reasons that will become obvious to other people later.
Oh yeah, champion, you got stabbed. That's crazy.
Just
I have that.
crazy.
Poor Sam. He'll be fine. He only got mildly stabbed.
He's got good constitution. He's a big dude. A lot of blood in there.
A lot of blood in there. If he'd kept going, he would have been sacrificed to the name of the god Heracles. But thankfully, you saved his life.
Thank you, good wrestlers of the League of Appalachian Wrestling. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Given that this was a success, I think we may have to do this again. Maybe not 24 hours next time, or maybe it will be. Who knows?
Who knows?
Depending on who's willing to sacrifice on the altar of no sleep again. Of little to no sleep. So
yeah, lots of thoughts to be thought. You did a good job.
Any feedback that people still in the chat might have for us? Any games that you particularly enjoyed that maybe we haven't done on Full Leader? Maybe we'll get some of the Roomware folk to come guest with us. Most of them have guested on the podcast as already or in a crossover. But yeah, let us know if this is your first time listening to Roomware Pod stuff or Follow Leader stuff. We hope you liked it and that you maybe come check out our podcasts that I've already been given the link for.
Yeah, you should listen to our podcasts.
Hey,
We do
you guys
good
should listen to our podcasts.
Have you listened to our podcasts?
You should maybe
Not to be that guy, but hey, have you listened to our podcast?
You should maybe
pretty
listen to our
mentioned
podcast.
it.
Also, if you are a regular listener of our podcast and you enjoy our work, there are Patreons for both podcasts as well.
Yes, and we're going to start putting out some more Patreon content in the coming months. I ran a game for our Patreon feed that will probably come out later.
Great.
I don't know what month it is because me and Kales did something that I believe is coming out first.
Nice.
Thought you were gonna say didn't sleep.
I did not sleep enough. I'm so tired.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mood.
that alarm was very rude this morning.
May you all sleep better or have a good long sleep when you crash out this evening and awaken Monday ready to tackle the week.
Woo.
Oh, while we've still got viewers in the chat, I wanted to shout out Austin Ramsey is going to
In
be
the house.
having a Kickstarter here coming up in March, and it is tinyurl.com/Beamsaber Kickstarter. I had previously been saying bit.ly and I was completely wrong, so ignore past me, obey current me, go to that URL, Sign up to be alerted for when it starts. Give him your money. Beam Saber is really good. If you're not convinced Beam Saber is good, go back and watch the VOD of Kale's session of Beam Saber to be convinced that Beam Saber is really fucking good.
It sounded like that was pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Austin does You Don't Meet an Inn, I believe it's called. Not an Inn, at Not an Inn. That I think I've heard is good.
And thank you again to all of our donors.
Yes.
We said that we could raid our total, but thank you. We had a couple of anonymous donors, and I'm going to ignore the members of the various casts that donated. But Danielle wasn't playing, so she can get a shout out. Shrug, Tom, Lids, Afrobody, Pteroid. I'm skipping back through, and it's taken too long to move.
John Vermeo, Diva, Austin Ramsey, named a band the Cenotaph. Oh god, Cenotaph. Where have I heard that before?
Yeah. Superstring, Gina D'Angelo, Philo T. Hazard, Nerdy Nagol, Shannon, George, Diva again, and another anonymous. So thank you all for helping us get to our goal.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We did a heckin' 24-hour stream,
Hell
and we raised over $500.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
not too bad for just a couple little RPG podcasts.
Yeah.
So what are y'all doing today? What's going on?
Get it?
I've got an hour before the Overwatch League games kick off. I think it's New York Excelsior versus Houston Outlaws. Based on what I heard of Excelsior's performance yesterday, it's going to be a curb stomp, but I don't know who's going to get stomped. So
Hell yeah. Very cool.
I gotta go grocery shopping and be an adult.
Yes.
So far, it looks like I'm just gonna be drawing.
Nice.
Like I have been already.
Very cool.
Danielle, I'm going to go feed your bird in an hour.
I'm gonna brace myself for a sugar crash and wait to hear some feedback of a thing that I recorded earlier that has gone to Danielle. And I am very much looking forward to hearing how that is received.
Hell yeah.
Has anybody in this Discord server ever read any of the Circle of Magic books by Tamora Pierce?
No.
No.
Nope.
Damn it. Nobody's here is gonna appreciate this drawing.
We can all appreciate the craftsman and the workshop of your
Yeah.
drawings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Close to
I-
amazing.
What about
Damn
you,
the
Zach? What have you got on today?
I gotta do laundry. I might play some
Wow.
Rainbow Six Siege because I missed that game, even though I don't have anyone to play with anymore. But I might just play it anyway,
Oh yeah.
and then sleep. And tomorrow night I'm running masks, and it's gonna be very fun. Which will be my 4th game in 3 days.
Damn. It's a lot of tabletop stuff.
A lot of tabletop stuff.
We like
but
tabletop.
I do it
Turns out
because I love it.
we enjoy tabletop stuff.
Yeah.
As the podcasts might suggest.
yeah.
Just maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, let us know what you thought of this. Tweet at us, FTLcast. Tell all your friends about this. The next time we can raise $1,000.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
Let's do it upright. The seconds count down. The minutes drop by. As we stop streaming.
No,
Nope,
I
we're still
haven't.
going.
We're
let's-
still going because we have 2 minutes before a minute and a half according to time.is. We're going to go the distance, okay?
Climb
Yeah, this is a
every
24-hour
mountain.
live stream, not a 23-hour 59-minute live stream, people.
Yeah,
Cross every street.
100%.
Yep. We all fucked up Dora's intros, but they're gonna make the stream run for 24 hours because they have the power.
All right.
Dora's mad with power.
So I'll leave this off with a monologue.
Oh, wow.
To be or not to be? Whether it's as nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. To die, sleep, no more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, that's the rub. For in that sleep of death that dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal
How the
shore.
fuck do you have this
Must
memorized?
give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For
Fine,
who
it's
would
public
bear the
domain.
whips and scorns of
did it.
times?
2 o'clock.
Ah, shit! I'm done.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Good night. Well, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but you know.
Still, good night.
Still.
Peace.